Hi, good morning, Maria. Welcome into my office. How are you doing today?
Hi, I'm just a little nervous.
A little bit nervous. Okay, well, we definitely want to make sure that we take care of you. We can talk about that. But before I do that, I just wanted to remind you about confidentiality. Are you familiar with confidentiality and what that means?
Just being able to talk to you, but not like telling my parents in case unless it's like something bad or.
Very good. That's actually a really good way of looking at it. So confidentiality basically means that whatever we say in here will stay in here. The only time that I'll share it with another adult is if someone's hurting you, you're hurting yourself, or if you would like to hurt someone else. With that being said, feel free to let me know what you're worried about.
Um, I just kind of been having some anxiety, like when I like conversations about going to college. I start kind of having like sweaty hands and just my stomach starts hurting, and then I get scared, and then I don't. Sometimes I don't want to go to college because
Mm.
it's gonna be different. Like I don't know. I'm nervous for it.
So definitely feeling nervous, feeling worried. What are some triggers that you notice pop up when you're feeling that way? You mentioned, your sweaty palms, your stomach. It feels like a bunch of different things that are that you're feeling. Uh, what are some triggers that you notice
Mhm.
are triggering that anxious moment?
Just kind of talking about graduation mostly and knowing that school's gonna end and then I have to go to college. Like I want to go, but I'm nervous for it.
I see. So you want to go, but you're just the high school life that you're used to. It's going to come to an end, and it's probably you're worried about what's going to happen later down the road with college. Um, Maria, let me ask you: do you tend to overthink quite a bit?
I do,
Mm.
yeah.
Do you tend to overthink positive or negative things?
Um, Sometimes mostly negative.
Hmm. When you think about negative thoughts, so is it's about like what college might be like. What are some negative thoughts or ideas that come up when you think about that?
What about I get lost on campus or I just failed my classes and then I gotta pay for them again to retake them.
That's a real thing. Yeah, absolutely. I know I've been there before where you start to worry about what the grade's going to look like. And then you start to think about like having to pay once again to go back in class. So here's what I recommend. First, you mentioned about being lost on campus. Highly recommend that you get a map of your school, your campus. That way you know ahead of time because anxiety is being in that moment where you're overthinking things that are out of your control, both in the past or the future. And you're probably thinking about what the future might look like if you don't know where you're going. So if you have a plan with a map and you know where your classes are at, that's going to help you. Now, I got to ask you this real quick, Maria. Do you already know what campus or school you're going to for college?
I'm gonna go to MJC right now.
Perfect. Very good. So what we could do there is get you a map and I could print one out for you. We could go over it. Do you already have your classes picked out and your schedule picked out for the
Yeah,
coming?
it's all on East, but I don't know like where.
Perfect. So we'll go ahead and get you a map. We'll help map it out. Another thing I suggest as far as that goes, they definitely have some online resources where they give you a tour of the whole school due to COVID right now. So they're doing online tours where you can watch a video. Have you checked out their video? Did you know about that?
I did not know about that.
So we have that available. So I could definitely share that link with you and
Mhm.
we could watch that together as well. Um, have you actually showed up to the school yourself to see it?
No, I was thinking of going maybe like a day before and
Mm.
just kind of walk.
Yeah, that would be good, or maybe even a week before, just so you could have it even more in your mind, thinking ahead that week where you have it all mapped out. The day before actually would work pretty well as well. It's fresh in your head. Very good. So, what about you also mentioned about being worried about having to retake classes? Is that correct?
Mhm.
Good. So what we can do is think about some strategies to make sure that you succeed in class. So they have different tutoring centers that are available to you that you could check out, which we could also give you on the map. We'll highlight those so you're aware of those. What are some concerns? Is there any classes that you're worried about in particular?
Mostly like the general ones. I'm not really good at math, so I'm kind of worried about it.
Worried about math? Absolutely. I know I've been there. A lot of students could relate to that. So, what I highly recommend in the tutoring center, I'll give you that information. They have tutors there between 8 a.m. to 4 p.m.
Mhm.
And when you're there on campus, you could go in there, check in, come in with your Chromebook, with your all the questions that you have. about math, and especially keep in contact with your teacher. So has your teacher emailed you yet as far as class goes or anything like that?
I think they sent an email saying like what the schedule was gonna be and the plan.
Got it. Good. So keep that schedule for yourself, print it out. That way you know what's coming up in the schedule as far as like assignments, tests. So keep a printed document so you know what's coming up. And feel free to email your teacher. You now have their email. So feel free to email them if you have any questions. Email the teacher, print out that document so you know what the schedule is going to be like. And then make sure you check out the tutoring center, which I'll be sure to highlight on your map as we go over it. How's
Okay,
that sound?
it sounds good.
Do you feel like that will be a good way for you to feel a little more comfortable, maybe a little less anxious?
And no, I think it's gonna help because now it's kind of like I know what places are gonna go, and then like if I do need help with math and stuff, so I know where to look or ask
Perfect.
questions.
Very good, Maria. So what we'll do is maybe what I could do is check back up with you in a couple weeks. We still got a couple months left before we graduate. So I'll check back up with you. We'll see how things are going, and we'll make sure we end our senior year on a high note. And then we'll talk about your progress with the junior college. Okay.
All right, thank you.
Sounds great. Have a great day, Maria.
Yeah.
Thank you.